and welcome to Prudent Media. My name is Sachin Chatte and on this program we take a look at the latest releases. Today we will take a look at bad news and the new disaster movie Twisters. First, let's take a look at Twisters. In 1996, when Dutch cinematographer turned filmmaker Jan de Bont made Twister, it went on to become one of the most memorable disaster films. A bunch of scientists and enthusiasts trying to fix a natural phenomena that has been causing havoc had its moment, and Jan de Bont, who also made Speed, knew exactly which knob to crank and how much. Add to it, Hollywood had also discovered what they could do with VFX, and Bont made good use of it. That scene of a cow flying across the screen in the middle of the tornado is still imprinted in the head. It also came at a time when studios were not too obsessed with making a sequel to every successful film. Also, there was little scope to make a sequel. After all, you are fighting against nature, not Thanos. 28 years later, much like Hindustani 2 that came out last week, we have Twisters, which is neither a remake nor exactly a sequel to the original film. Helen Hunt is very much around, but she's not in this film. She wanted to make a sequel, but it didn't work out. And Bill Paxton and Philip Seymour Hoffman have passed away. So we have fresh characters, but the story is on similar lines to the previous film. It opens with Kate, played by Daisy Edgar Jones, and her boyfriend Harvey, played by Anthony Ramos, along with her other friends who chase a tornado, hoping to be successful with their experiment of launching sodium polycrate barrels straight into the tornado with the hope that it will calm the tornado down. That doesn't quite work out as anticipated, and when tragedy strikes, Kate decides to take a break, professionally and personally. Years later, Harvey gets in touch when he's working for a company called Storm Power. He believes that she is the best in the business when it comes to understanding how tornadoes work. The air feels heavy. This isn't good. She almost has a sixth sense about them. Even though she commits for a week, you can be assured that it is not going to pan out that way. Like the original film, there is also a rival group of storm chasers. Glenn Powell plays Tyler Owens, and he is a YouTuber who has earned the moniker Tornado Wrangler. Along with his team, he loves to broadcast their adventures live on social media. Kate feels responsible for bringing in a change and dives deep into the messy business of tornadoes again to make America great again and free of tornadoes. Unlike the predecessor, where the narrative as well as the visuals were engaging, Twisters takes the dumbed-down approach, something that has infected Hollywood, and they have also started playing it by the numbers. The characters just shouting and howling while dealing with the twister doesn't help. It's as if they were taken by surprise when they actually signed up for the job. Then there is a deathly dull soundtrack. There are plenty of songs that play in the background, but none of them have any impact. As far as the VFX is concerned, you would expect an upgrade, but that flying cow did much better than anything in this film. As far as the characters are concerned, the difference between Twister and Twisters is that the former had interesting characters and terrific actors. Here, only we have competent actors and the characters are fairly dull. If you are going to justify the reason and the motives of the characters, then it better be a good one, else don't explain. Sadly, there is no mention about anything or anyone from the previous film, let alone the characters. You would expect Lee Isaac Chung, who gave us Minari a few years ago, to push the envelope on some counts, but what we get here is a safety-first approach. Daisy Edgar Jones lends a lot of credibility to her role, and Powell has to play the goofy cowboy turned serious guy, which he does to the best of his ability. The degree to which you may like or not like Twisters depends a lot on whether you saw the original and whether you enjoyed Twister. I'm going to go with 3 out of 5 stars for the new disaster movie Twisters. What's in a name, said Shakespeare. Well, this film was originally titled Mere Mehboob Mere Sanam, but then it was changed to Bad News. I wish they had focused more on the writing and the storytelling rather than the name. It also doesn't help when the trailer, which I avoided watching at home, but you can't unsee them in a theatre, the trailer of the film pretty much gave away the whole story. Then it is just a matter of spending time, 140 minutes in this case, to see the drama unfold and you know what is coming. So basically here you have a woman, Saloni, played by Tripti Dimri, who is caught between two men, that's Akhil, played by Vicky Kaushal, and Gurbir, played by Ami Virk, and is impregnated twice in the same ovulation circle. It is known as heteropaternal superfecundation. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Now the devil lies in the details, and they are not particularly exciting, mostly aiming for the lowest common denominator. Ananya Pandey plays herself. She's preparing herself to play the role of Saloni for a film which is based on Saloni. Now Saloni is a chef who wants to become the best in the business by earning that special Meraki star, which is the Desi equivalent of a Michelin star. Akhil is a typical Dilli ka munda and mommy's boy. The mommy of course played by Shiba Chadda, and she loves him to bits. He could be related to Rocky of Rocky and Rani ki Prem Kahani fame. It is not too long before Saloni realizes that he is not exactly the man of her dreams and breaks up with him and moves to Mussoorie, where she works in a Gujarati restaurant run by a Punjabi, which brings Gurbir in the picture. People do silly things when they are heartbroken, and Saloni also indulges in something similar, which results in pregnancy. The second half of this loud and bombastic film is about the two men fighting it out to lay claim over the woman and her two babies. The background score and the non-stop chatter might drive you to a Vipassana retreat center as soon as you step out of the theatre, because you don't want to hear any more noise or any more chatter. In all the chaos, Vicky Kaushal stands out and stands tall. While his co-stars are also sincere and effective, he towers head and shoulders above them. We have seen worse from the Bollywood stable when it comes to comedy, so from that point of view, Bad News is not all that bad, but I still need to do Vipassana. I'm going to go with 2 out of 5 stars for Bad News. Well, that's what I thought of the films that were released this week. Do let us know what you think, and I'll be back with you next week with more movie reviews. Till then, it's goodbye from me.